Right, so this question is about rearranging equations, and it's definitely something you need some help with. So what I've done is I've set out a little template. This is how I've been helping people recently who struggled with rearranging equations. Whatever you do to the left, you must do to the right. And what I mean by left and right is left and right of the equal sign. So I've written the equation out again at the top there, and the equal sign will always go down the middle line here. So what we're trying to do, it says make B the subject. So what does that mean? It means that we want to eventually have B equals something or other. Okay, and we don't want any B's over on the right hand side. We want all the M's, A's, and whatever numbers and stuff that we're going to have over there. So we need to strip away all this stuff that isn't B and move it over to the left somehow. So the first thing we're going to do, I think, is we're going to divide both sides. Whatever we do to the left, we must do to the right. We're going to divide both sides by 10. And we'll see why I've chosen to do that in a moment. So let's first of all get the left-hand side and copy that there. In fact, we'll write it all out. So we'll do that there. And then we then just divide by 10 for both of them. Divide by 10. And we divide, that just stays as it is, but as you can see, 10, if I'm multiplying with it by 10, then dividing it by 10, that's just cancels out. So we can get rid of the 10, we can get rid of that, and now we end up with, we don't need the brackets anymore because they don't do anything. So now it's already looking quite a bit better. So what do we want to do next? Well, the next thing we want to do is move the A across. Okay, I don't want to move the 2B across, and if I divided it by 2, for example, I would just end up having to divide the A by 2 as well. And so we want to move the A first. Okay, what I'm not doing here is using BIDMAS to explain how to rearrange equations. That's not the method I'm going to choose to use in this case. I'm just going to stick with this, which I think gives a more thorough understanding of what's going on when you rearrange equations. So if I now take away A, I end up with this, and I'm going to just I'm going to turn that all into black because that's now done. Maybe a little bit thinner. And we're going to take away A. And over on the right hand side, we're also going to take away A. And on the right hand side, we've got an A plus 2B, and then we're going to take away the A. Well, the A take away A is going to cancel, isn't it? So now we've got M over 10 take away A is equal to 2B. The last thing we want to do to the right hand side is divide it by 2. And the reason why I'm doing that is because when I do 2B divided by 2, I'm going to end up with just B, aren't I? So let's copy that. And we're going to divide by 2. So if I divide all that by 2 and I divide all that by 2, you can see on the right hand side we've got what we need. 2 is going to cancel out with 2, which means I don't need the division line. We've got it, but now we just need to simplify this a little bit. So let's just shrink it so we have a little bit more space to play with. That's not quite what I wanted to do. So what we can do is we can say M over 10 all over 2. Let's turn that into black. And pen, I'm going to run out of time if I'm not careful. And then we're going to minus A over 2. And that's equal to B. Now, M over 10 divided by 2 is the same as M over 20. So we can just say, and we get rid of the brackets now, M over 20. Okay, so that's not the only way it could be written, but that is a perfectly fine way of doing it. So M over 20 minus A over 2 is equal to B. Okay.